So, um, you see the thumbnail in the description, and the thumbnail for this video, right? Um, Basically, this is a story about a man who was a Christian, and he ended up uh, having a relationship with a woman due to a one night stand. Okay, and this was the nail in the coffin. Okay, and this is what happens with a lot of how a lot of us end up paying the price when we choose to fornicate and we go against God's law. We end up um, paying the price. Okay, ended up being with somebody that is not of God and was not for you, and which leads us to all types of heartache and pain. All right. Through a one night stand, his life soon became a living hell. Okay. He ended up paying the price. One night of pleasure. One night. Okay. Ended up causing him a pain. Okay. Finding out the hard way. Okay. This is why God tells us to not to go to not to have sex before marriage. Okay. Now he had Christian beliefs. This woman didn't. All right. And he ended up finding out that this woman really is a bad woman. That when he met her, she was a single mother. Okay. And he had a baby by her. All right. The only reason why they were together was because he got her pregnant again. All right. She got pregnant for a second time. This was his first kid with this woman. And her plan was to build a family on her own terms. And she called him a sperm donor because he refused to have kids that he couldn't afford. So she calls him a sperm donor and says, one second, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 minute. 1 second. All right. So she calls him a sperm donor. All right. And says, I'll get kids from another man. Okay. So she revealed herself. All right. It kind of, reminds me of two stories. One with Samson and Delilah. Okay. How Samson was messing around with this woman called Delilah, a Philistine, and her real plans came out to set Samson up to get overtaken by the Philistines. Okay. And another story with the fact of Joshua making a covenant with a group of people that he thought were refugees from a far out land, and then only find out that they were the enemies of God that he was sent to destroy. And he made a covenant with them, so he couldn't destroy them. So he had to abide by that covenant. Okay? He made a kid with this woman, and he thought it was going to be okay. Everything was going to be, they were going to have a good relationship. But then when it comes out to the fact that she wants to have six more kids, he said no. That's when her real side come out. Okay? And calls him a sperm donor. All right? So now he fights to get custody of his kids. And he gets custody. Right? All right? Now the woman who is distraught. Okay? And this woman had no morals. She did not know God. All right? She decides, okay, to make all types of accusations towards him, right? They fall through because the police think that she's crazy, and it's proven that it's false. Now she decides to come up with the idea to kill Stanley, kill this man, and kill herself, and to say he was the one who did it. Because she did not get what she wanted, which was to have a family on her own terms. Never mind God, never mind a family structure. Okay? And she thought she had a good deal, a good sucker. Okay? She thought she had a good sucker. And she realized she didn't, because even when after they broke up, she was trying to find men online to be sperm donors. You see, there's a lot of women out here and they have the Jezebel spirit. Okay? They have this, and God is trying to protect us from these Jezebels. Okay? He's trying to protect us from the thing that brings down his children. Okay? Which is fornication. All right? So many lives have been destroyed, especially those who are Christian. They have been destroyed through fornication. Destroyed through picking the wrong partner. And the thing is also that this man, right, he is caught again with another woman. All right? Got out the fire, and now you're with another woman now. Okay? You just got out of a bad situation, a bad relationship. All right? And you decide to go and do it again. All right? So it shows that within this, the lesson was not learned. Okay? That is the issue. All right? You married the wrong woman. How you met together was through a one-night stand. Then, okay, you do it again. Who's to say? Who knows if the same situation would have happened again? This is why God, again, is trying to protect us from fornication, sex before marriage. I know I'm saying it again, but I just see that. I just see the fact that this, the root of it all, was because he had a one night stand. And he ended up paying for it with his life. With a wife that ruined him. All because he went against God's law. And we all have done that, and we all have paid the price, okay? There's so many broken homes, so much heartache. Sometimes lives are taken due to breaking his law and committing this sin of fornication. It's very sad what has happened. And those kids are left without a mother or a father. And the world doesn't understand the laws of God. It hates it. And for us, those laws, for those of us who are Christian, it's meant to protect us. Many of us have lost our souls when we choose the wrong partner, because they end up getting killed by these people who don't know God. And we have to be very careful, especially as excuse me, as men. We live in a society where, you know, they don't care about what a woman does. Okay? They don't care. The Jezebel, you could be as unruly, as lawless as you want, because the crooked, evil world system is going to give her leeway. Even some people still think that his ex-wife was the victim in this situation. Okay? But this is the price we pay for not following God's law, and then we end up being unequally yoked. And we are falling into the trap of sex. Okay? Sex before marriage. We end up giving into lust, giving up our birthright for a piece of lentil stew, and we end up paying the price for it. This is what happens, because these people that we want to hook up with, only God knows who they really are, and that's why God just wants us to obey Him. But it's our choice. He's not going to force us. We either listen the easy way by obeying Him, or we're going to learn the hard way. Sometimes we don't even learn at all. We just go straight to the judgment seat if these people take us out in our sin, and we lose our souls in hell. Okay? It's a sad state of affairs. To be hooked up with somebody that does not know God, and worse is the fact that those people are just evil spirited, and they are hell-bent on making you pay if you do not bow to their twisted form of reality. And that was her twisted form of reality. You're going to give me what I want when it comes to these 8 kids, or I'm going to find it my way. She had a Jezebel spirit, and it cost her her life. And she dragged down her husband as well. We have to be careful out here, because it's not a game. The devil is busy, and he's working through people who do not know God. As Christian men, we have to be on our P's and Q's, and we can't play simpleton. The simple walk on and are destroyed. Okay? The simple walk on and they are destroyed. not a game out here. Because the devil got his people. All right? And they are and these people are willing to destroy you. Okay? King James, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 32. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Okay? American Standard, for the backsliding of the simple shall slay them, and the careless ease of fools shall destroy them. Okay? Everybody thinks having a one-night stand, it's alright, it's cool. Until a baby comes, a life comes into the picture, or you catch a disease that you can't get rid of. When we fall into lust, it makes us simple. When we fall into sin, it makes us simple. And it leaves a way for the devil to destroy us through people. You got to be careful and armor up out here. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy, seeking who he could devour like a ravenous lion. That's all I have to say. Peace and God bless.